AI. You hear about it everywhere, right? It's this huge promise of an amazing future. But let's be real, it can also feel a little unsettling. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise. We'll get past the hype, get past the fear, and really dig into how we can make AI a powerful partner in our lives.
So, what is it? Is AI our new best friend, or is it something we should be worried about? I mean, it's a huge question, and if you've got that little nagging feeling of uncertainty, you are definitely not alone. We're going to tackle that head on. First up, let's talk about why we're so apprehensive.
Okay, let's dive right in. Why do so many of us feel this apprehension? Honestly, it's a totally natural response when you're talking about a technology that's supposed to change, well, everything.
It's like we're looking at two totally different things at once. On one side, you have this kind of imposing robot, The one that's going to take your job, it's unpredictable, and frankly, a little bit unsettling. But then on the other side, you hear about this charming friend, this super intelligent, helpful tool that's just brimming with potential. And this back and forth, that's right at the heart of why we're so unsure about it all.
And look, feeling a little outside your comfort zone is completely natural. Let's face it, most of us are creatures of habit. So when something as massive as AI comes along, it's going to shake things up. That feeling of stepping into the unknown, we all feel it. Doesn't matter if you're excited about AI or a little bit wary. Okay, so where does a lot of this anxiety come from? You can thank Hollywood for this one. We're talking about the big one, the sci-fi takeover myth. Let's pull back the curtain and separate what's on the movie screen from what's actually happening with the tech. Yeah, this idea that AI is secretly in its lab plotting world domination, I mean, it makes for a great movie, right? But that's all it is, science fiction. The problem is it really distracts from what AI actually is and how it works in the real world. So let's just strip it all back to the basics. What is artificial intelligence? It's a system. That's it. It follows instructions that we program into it, and it learns from data that we give it. It has no consciousness, no desires, no secret intentions. There's no evil plan here. It's just code and data doing what they're told. Think about a movie like Bicentennial Man, right? You got this robot that starts to develop emotions and wants to be a person. It's a really compelling story for sure, but that's exactly what it is, a story. The real-world AI we have today, it's a tool. It's got machine traits, it follows instructions, it learns from data, it runs on pure logic, not on feelings or desires. All right, let's switch gears to the other big myth, the one that probably hits closest to home for a lot of us, the job apocalypse, the fear that AI is coming for all our jobs. But what if we're looking at this all wrong? The key here might just be a shift in perspective. Think of AI less as a replacement and more like a companion, a tool. Imagine it handling all the boring, repetitive tasks. That would free us up to focus on the stuff that we humans are really, really good at, like creative problem solving and big picture strategy. Now, let's not sugarcoat it. We have to be honest about the numbers. The World Economic Forum projects that, about 92 million jobs could disappear by 2030 because of AI and automation. And that's a big, sobering number. But, and this is a really big but, it is not the whole story. Because that same exact report also projects that 170 million new roles are expected to emerge in that same time frame. We're talking about brand new jobs in areas like data science, AI ethics, machine learning. Careers that didn't even really exist a few years ago are popping up because of this shift. So what does that all add up to? Well, if you do the math, that's a net gain of 78 million jobs. The data here is pretty darn clear. For every one job that might go away, almost 2 new ones are created, so technology isn't really a job destroyer in the long run, it's a job creator. So the key takeaway here is that the job market isn't vanishing, it's just evolving, it's transforming. We're seeing this huge surge in demand for roles that basically bridge the gap between us humans and the machines. Think about jobs like AI trainer, people who literally teach these systems how to do things, or data annotators who help make information make sense to an AI. It's really all about collaboration, not some kind of competition. This whole feeling of anxiety around new technology, it might feel like it's unique to us right now with AI, but it's really not. This is a pattern. It's a familiar fear that has popped up again and again throughout history with just about every groundbreaking invention. I mean, think about the automobile. When it first came out, people were skeptical. They were worried about safety, accidents, what would happen to all the horses. But what did it do? It kicked off a whole era of modernization and personal freedom. And then the computer.
Same story. So many worries about widespread job loss, but it ended up creating the entire information age. Our freak out about AI right now? It's just the latest chapter in the same old book.
And by the way, being skeptical isn't a bad thing at all. In fact, it's really important. It acts as a kind of safeguard. It's what makes us stop and ask the tough questions. It forces us to have these critical conversations that we absolutely need to have for responsible innovation.
Okay, so how do we do it? How do we get from being a foe to being a friend? How do we bridge that gap from fear to, well, acceptance? What are the actual practical steps we can take to make AI a true partner?
It really comes down to 3 basic steps. First, understand the reality of what AI is. Get the science fiction out of your head. Second, start to see the opportunity. Don't just focus on the jobs that might disappear. Look at the new ones being created. And third, just embrace the change. Commit to learning and adapting. When you do that, you're not just future-proofing your career. You're actually helping to shape what that future looks like.
Look, we are standing on the threshold of a massive technological revolution. This is not the time to sit on the sidelines and just watch it happen. This is an invitation for all of us to jump in, to participate, to innovate, and to help build a future where people and AI really do work together.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. If history has taught us anything, it's that we are incredibly good at adapting. Time and time again, we've taken our fears about new tech and turned them into fuel for progress. So maybe the real question isn't if we'll succeed with AI. Maybe the real question is, given our track record, how will we choose to shape this new world, one cautious, thoughtful step at a time?